Hey kids, Sean here. I'm fooling around right here with my surf setup. Let's talk surf music. Let's talk surf guitar. All right? Let me get you over here. Kind of. There's being on these Surf Guitar 101, the message board, and now on Facebook with these different groups and stuff. There's, never ending discussion about reverb and drip and amplifiers and pickups and all that kind of stuff. And it's all relative, man. It's all whatever gets your sound. But if you're looking for a kind of the traditional classic surf sound, well, you got to use the traditional classic surf stuff. And one of my favorite sounds, one of my favorite guitar players, in fact, was Rich Feifelt of the Astronauts. Now, I grew up 12 miles away from Boulder, Colorado, where the Astronauts were from. And so I got to see some of those guys growing up, and I heard a whole lot about them too, because a lot of the parents of my friends, now my parents weren't from the area originally, so they weren't there kind of when the Astronauts were taking off. They were, but my dad was in the Air Force, so he wasn't going to the Tulagi. He was being sent to Korea. But anyway, their friends and the parents of my friends all remember the Astronauts had Astronauts records, would go to the Tulagi in Boulder to see the Astronauts. And I always loved those records and that sound. So first thing, in my opinion, you need is a jazz master. That's what Rich Feifelt played, the jazz master. Everybody else in the Astronauts played the Jaguars, but Rich played the jazz master. Greatest sounding guitar I think Fender ever made, because these pickups are they're just wonderful. They're the deal. They're the most kind of hi-fi, warmest, biggest whined pickup that came from Fender, and they sound awesome. I think they sound awesome for everything. They sound awesome for country, for rockabilly. You can get a bunch of different tones out of them, but for surf, they're the deal. I dig Jaguars too. I've got one, and it sounds awesome. It's got the vintage wound Fender pickups in it, and I dig that guitar too. This is a 2001 or 2000, something around there, American Vintage reissue, 62 reissue. But I've had this guitar since 2005, 2006, something like that, since when we started the Thunder Chiefs. But first thing, those big old warm pickups. This is 62 Bandmaster, late 61, 62 Bandmaster. This is a reproduction cabinet with a JBL D130F 15-inch speaker in it. And, of course, Fender reverb tank. And there's that sound, man. That big drip. There it is right there, right? You got that astronaut sound right there. It right there. The other great thing about these Fender, the brown face Fender amps, which have gotten really kind of expensive, kind of out of reach for a lot of people. But we'll talk about Surfy Bear here in a minute, Surfy Industries. But if you can find one, there's your sound right there. And part of the magic of these amplifiers too is the tremolo circuit. Let me get that down, calm down a little bit there. Which is a harmonic tremolo circuit. There it is, huh? How about that sound? Nothing better than that. I love that. Sweetest tremolo ever. Yeah. Anyway, there you go. That's the classic surf setup. Surfy Industries. I have played through and messed around with a few friends of mine. Have the Surfy Bear Reverb, which is a solid state version of the Fender Tank, and those things are awesome. They sound great. They're really versatile. I'd love to have one, but I'm a broke musician, so I can't spend $400 on something that I've already got, which is a reverb. And I have been seeing this new preamp, this new Showman preamp, which I forget what they call it, but it's a preamp basically that just gives you like a Showman circuit in front of your amplifier. Interesting. I've seen a few YouTube videos on it, and it sounds pretty good. And it's got that tremolo circuit in digital form. That'd be something I'd be interested in checking out, because then I could take my little Tone Master Deluxe that I can play at clubs and weighs 8 pounds, and on the few surf songs that we do pull out with the regular Swingin' Strikes trio set, I'd be good to go. Yeah, I'm interested in checking that out. Anyway, I love surf music. There's a little rundown on my surf rig. I'll talk to you guys later.